Welcome to the Manor Senior High School Media class. Today I am here with
Daniel, Jaden,
and our Manor Senior High School principal, Mr. Matthews, and today we will be interviewing him, asking him a few questions.
Yep.
Well, so first and foremost, Mr. Matthews, how are you doing this morning?
Man, I'm great. I'm fantastic. If I could say super fantastic, I'd be telling it even more of the truth. I enjoy being where I am, doing what I do, and I think we got the best thing going here at Manor Senior High School.
I believe we do too.
That's good. Well, I'm gonna say 4 questions. So, first question, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5". You heard that? Do you think principaling is like a good job?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's one of the most rewarding jobs to have in the industry. You get a chance to collaborate and work with both parents and students, but you also get to help grow the capacity of teachers as well. And in addition to working with central office staffers to help an overall campus and district grow.
Okay. Third question, what are some ways you communicate with our students?
There are multiple ways to communicate. You know, you guys are the social media generation. And so one of the major ways we communicate with you guys is by Google Classroom. We also communicate with you guys when it comes to social media, Facebook, Instagram, those type of social media outlets we try to utilize to the fullest because we know our students are maximizing those opportunities. And so, but we also communicate with you guys face to face as well as giving announcements every day. You know, so we try to really utilize all of our resources when it comes to communicating with our kids.
Okay, that's good. And for the final question, how do you build leadership in our school?
Well, first and foremost, everybody in our school has the potential to be a leader. Some exemplify those attributes readily off. When you go in the classroom, you see those kids who are raising their hands all the time, answering questions. But there are kids who are more reluctant not to participate. So you got to find ways to engage all kids in the classroom. Some kids are engaged in classes that they like, and they're more reluctant in classes that they don't preferably like. So the teacher, as well as administrators and staffers, we have to find ways to invite students to take on leadership opportunities. One of those ways is that we have an initiative here at Manor Senior High School where we want 100% participation of our students to take part in something outside the classroom, whether that be a club, an activity, whether it be football or athletics, CTE or fine arts. We want all of our kids to feel a part of our family here at Manor Senior High School, and the best way to do that is instill opportunities in them for them to shine outside the classroom. And that's the way you incorporate leadership skills as well.
Right. Thank you.
I don't need that.
So you know yours by heart, huh?
Okay. Yeah, it's just
Natural.
top, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so when I see you, like, it's usually like I'm catching somebody getting blasted. So, you know what I'm saying? For real. Highway, like, you just got to, like, just a neat look on your face, like, do you have a sense of humor?
I do. I really do. You know, in spite of what most people think, I'm probably the happiest person on campus. I enjoy coming to work every day, and I enjoy seeing you kids every day. One of the things that Mr. Matthews is always cognizant of is pushing our school on the road of excellence towards greatness. And when you have that mindset, you want to make sure things are intact and in place. Not that we're perfect, because no one is, but we want to operate in the spirit of perfection. And so when Mr. Matthews sees something out of kilter, or when I see a student out of dress code, or someone being disrespectful, then my radar, so to speak, is on. And so I like to catch those things before they're compounded. And so before a kid gets loud or disrespectful, or before a kid gets bullied, I like to be a proactive principal to address those issues in the forefront, so we don't have to worry about those things later on in the school year. And so I think we've done a good job at setting the expectation when it comes to dress code, when it comes to respectability. I mean, in my initial meeting with you guys when I first got here, a lot of people are like, who's that new guy? But just sitting here with you guys right now, I'm gonna tell you from my heart to yours, it's making goosebumps go up my arm because I've seen you guys mature in just the 6-7 months I've been at this school. And so I'm extremely proud of you, as well as I am this entire student body, at embracing me as the principal, but not just embracing me, embracing the positive change that we're trying to implement here on our campus. So I do want you to know I have fun. I kick it like anybody else. And like I tell y'all on the announcements, man, we work hard, but we also don't play hard.
Right.
You know, but I want our students to be balanced enough to know when to do what. You know, when we're in the classroom, when we're in front of the teacher, it's all about what? Business. And so it's time to what? Work hard. Right. And one of my sayings is we got to grind for the grade. And in order to grind for the grade, you gotta what? Be focused while you're in the classroom and maximize your learning time, just like I require the teachers to maximize their instructional time. But when it's time to kick it, guess what? Mr. Matthews gonna kick it hard. Okay, we're gonna do pep rallies, we're gonna do prom, we're gonna do senior activities, and I'm gonna be right there with you just like I did last year's class. So know when I'm about business, I'm about business. But it's only because I want you guys to take your education seriously, all right?
Yes,
you got
sir.
one shot. Okay, you got one shot at 4 years of high school. True. My question is, how good are you gonna make good on that opportunity? Are you gonna pursue other things outside, or are you gonna just settle for the mundane? And I want our kids to shoot for the stars, man.
Right.
Second question. What, like, besides work, like, you know, when you come to work, you taking care of business, so like, on the outside of school, is there anything in particular that you like to do or you enjoy doing the most?
Yeah, man, I participate in extracurricular activities, like I got memberships at LA Fitness and 24 Hour. I'm in a kickboxing class. I'm in the greatest fraternity on the planet, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So I socialize with those guys because when we do community service projects, which even my son is a part of, we go out in different places to help serve our community, whether it be nursing homes, whether it be canned food drives, or whether it just be doing things to help raise awareness about things within the community. I love living life in the balance. And so when I'm out in the community and working with those type of entities, I'm enjoying myself. But when I'm here, I'm about business, but I'm also enjoying myself here as well.
What do you enjoy the most about the staff that you have here at this school, or just like any other people that's in the district?
The potential. Guys, we've got the greatest potential here at Manor Senior High School. In every area, the potential of our kids to be great, the potential of our faculty and staff to be great. I believe in building capacity in everybody around me. I believe in having capacity built within myself. And so when the superintendent and his cabinet entrusted me with this campus, I didn't take that for granted. And so with that being said, not only am I looking forward to growing myself, but I'm also looking forward to seeing others grow. And I've seen you guys do that, as I said previously. You've matured in a lot of ways, you've grown in a lot of ways, but I want you to see yourselves grow and mature. At the same time, I want to build capacity with our teachers. Some of our teachers are wanting to be assistant principals or principals one day. So I'm mentoring some of them, I'm encouraging some of them are in school right now, working towards that effort. So everybody is on a growth curve, you know. Even I'm in a position now where I'm about to take the superintendency test, so pray for Mr. Matthews, because the sky's the limit, and I'm looking to be a greater influence of positivity when it comes to parents, students, and communities. A legacy is not lived, guys. A legacy is left. It's not what people say about you right now, it's what they say about you when you leave. And so I for one, want to leave a legacy. When I walk away from Manor Senior High School, or wherever I walk away from in the sunset after retirement, I want to be able to leave a legacy.
That's good.
I got a couple questions for you. How has being in this district changed your life for the better?
Man, it's taught me resiliency. It's taught me perseverance. Little do you know that I travel on the weekends to go see my son in Dallas, and when I travel to go see him and the rest of our family. I don't take that lightly. So it's taught me to balance things when I'm here, but when I have an opportunity to spend time with him and what he's doing, I take full advantage of that, you know. But it's taught me a lot. It's taught me, for one, that there's promise and opportunity outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Because when I received the call to come to Manor, it was out of the blue.
Oh, you didn't even know about it?
I didn't even know about Manor.
That's crazy.
I had never heard about it.
Yeah, me too.
I'd never heard about Manor ISD or Manor High School or Manor Senior High School till I received a phone call and was given an opportunity to apply here. And so my first time visiting here and seeing the rural area it was in, coming from the Metroplex, it gave me a sense of opportunity that had potential for me to grow and for me to help others grow. So, man, I'm elated to be here. And I'm telling you, as long as Manor have me, I will have Manor.
And backing up on you saying growth and all this, now that it's being like almost your full year being here, and as from the start of the year, well, from when you came in last year, from up to right now, how do you think you've changed this entire atmosphere?
Well, the thing about being at the senior high school, it has to be a different level of maturity than there is at the 9th and 10th grade campus, because you guys are older. And so I wanted to really set a foundation, an expectation of get ready. Because when you leave Manor Senior High School, life is staring you in the face. So I wanted our kids at our building to take life seriously, to take their education seriously, and have some plans or start making plans on what you want to do once you leave this campus. When you're a 9th grader and you're a 10th grader, you're thinking, man, I got a whole lot of time left. I can still kick it. But when you're an 11th grader, and when you're a 12th grader, the real world's staring you in the face.
Crunch time.
And so my goal was to not so much scare kids into what's about to come, but to prepare kids. And because you as a young adults, I'm not going to treat you like 9th and 10th graders.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to treat you like young adults. That's why right now we have different recruiters in our CCMR center,
Yeah, I just
offering
seen
you
that downstairs.
opportunities that life has to offer you. Whether you want to go into college, whether you want to go into a career, whether you want to go into the armed forces. I want you to know, when you leave Mr. Matthews at Manor Senior High School, I want every senior in the building to walk across that stage with a diploma in one hand and a plan of action in the other.
Right.
Because if you don't have both, you're just a graduate. I want you to be a graduate with promise, a graduate with potential. Most of all, a graduate with plans. Okay?
Yeah, true.
And so that's my thrust, that's my push for our campus. And I've seen it grow. When I first got here, kids were all over the place. Kids were wearing any type of thing. And when people say, well, Mr. Matthews, why are you so big on dress code?
Yeah,
Why are you so big on what we wear? The thing about it is,
I
once
see
again,
a lot of questions on here.
it goes back to balance. Right now, if you go over to Whataburger
Yeah.
and they hire you, they're going to expect you to wear a certain shirt.
Yeah.
They're going to expect you to wear certain shoes so you won't slip in the kitchen.
Right.
And they're going to expect you to wear your badge. If you don't do those things, you just got fired.
They tell you go home.
At Samsung, they expect you to have a badge on because you have to have it to identify yourself at the gate. You have to have certain clothing, and you have to have a certain shirt. Every industry on the planet has some type of dress code.
Right.
The sanitation worker, you can't go out there in a suit. Okay? Those guys that pick up our trash are very important. They keep our world, our neighborhoods clean.
That is true.
But they have to have a certain type of uniform on. If you don't mind the uniform or the dress code of different industries, you're not balanced.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to teach our kids, even here, there's a dress code policy. When people come in and try to recruit you and talk to you, and they say you got a hat to the back, or they say you got the gold teeth in,
do-rag
which is not a big deal when you're kicking it with the fellas, do-rags, holes in your jeans. The first thing they're gonna say is this someone we want to represent our company? Is this someone we want to represent our industry? I want our kids to have the best shot. And sometimes you only have one shot.
Yeah.
And with that one shot, I want y'all to be ready prepared, inside and outside.
Right.
So then, my last question would be to wrap everything up. Would probably is there anything you're still working on to keep this school on track? Yeah, basically. Yeah, keep it on
Absolutely.
track.
Number one, I want to increase our graduation and attendance rates on our campus. Number two, I want to ensure that every senior on our campus has met the qualifications to go either to college, into a career, or a branch of the military. That's my goal. My second goal behind the seniors is to make sure that our juniors are on track when it comes to graduation next year. And one of the major components is making sure that our kids who have not been successful on the EOC exams take advantage of those opportunities so that they can have a stress-free senior year. You know how stressful it is to worry about EOCs and credits when you're not on track to graduate your senior year.
I know
You
this
should
year feel
enjoy
good.
your
We ain't got to take
that's
no
right.
stars.
You should enjoy your senior year. But because a lot of our kids haven't been successful in the past, they are now worried about graduation, and they should be. Because the state requires three things. They require you to be in the classroom 90% of the time. They require you to pass all 5 EOC exams, and they require you to have at the least 22 credits or 26 with an endorsement. And so with that being said, I want all of our seniors to be on track to graduate, as well as our juniors. If their credits behind, or if they haven't passed the EOCs, then I've got to do my due diligence to help prepare them to get back on track.
I guess that would be it.
And thank you guys. Thank you for.
Thank you, Mr.
My
Matthews.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Matthews.
You guys are awesome young men, and I look forward to great things in the future for you guys. And if there's anything I got to ask, is make sure that you, when you become successful, that you don't forget about where you came from, and that you reach back and bring somebody with you. All right. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
All right. God bless you all.
Thank you. And that's it.
Cut.